Hello everyone, Jen here, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. Yes, I'm building an apartment building. Yes, I know about the issues. I'm still doing it anyways. First of all, let me explain that we don't know what's going on. If there are, truly are major game-breaking bugs, and it's not a mod conflict thing or people using cheats and that's what's causing issues, then I have no doubt that eventually EA and their new QA team will get to the bottom of it and fix these bugs, because these are some pretty major bugs: having lots corrupt, having save files corrupt, not being able to be a landlord, which is like half the pack, is being a property owner, and you can't because you don't get paid or you can't finish events or whatever. And so, I have no doubt that they're definitely going to get to the bottom of these bugs, hopefully sooner rather than later. But I have no doubt eventually they will get to the bottom of these bugs and fix them, because these are some pretty major bugs. But from what I'm hearing in the community, there are two groups of people. There are people experiencing bugs as predominantly tenant players, and there are people experiencing bugs as predominantly landlord players. There is one bug that seems to affect both groups, and that is the lot and or save file corruption bug. The rumor in the community on Twitter is that this is only happening to people who use the cheat that allows for more than 6 units per lot, or more than, I think the maximum is 99 units per save file. If you use the cheats that allow you to go above these limits, that's when people seem to be having the majority of the issues. Although I've heard that people like James Turner is not using these cheats, or at least people don't think he's using these cheats in his most recent Let's Play, and he has experienced some pretty major issues. So is this just a rumor in the community? Does someone know something more? Who really knows at this point? But I'm going to tell you something. 2 weeks ago, I was not feeling well, and it was a combination of a bunch of different issues that hit all at once. I've been having a lot of tummy issues. I've spent my whole life having tummy issues, so this is not abnormal for me, but these particular kind of tummy issues are a little bit different than what I'm used to having. So, and they've definitely caused more pain than I'm used to having. And a couple of weeks ago, it was pretty bad. There were days when I couldn't even concentrate. I didn't want to get off the couch. I didn't want to do anything because it was pretty bad. And then, I don't know, allergies, I think, or a cold or whatever, but the combination of the two was really awful. And then on top of it, I'm a girl, and I still have, that monthly friend that visits, and I am one of those people that gets really depressed, like badly depressed during that time. And this was no exception. It was made worse by the fact that I was in so much pain and I wasn't feeling well, and it was just an all around bad week. And then last week, I just spent the week trying to recalibrate, if you will, get my mind and my body back into, or I guess I should say, back out of the fog of depression and stuff. And during that whole 2 week period of time, I really seriously thought, why am I even bothering? What am I doing? This is stupid. Who even cares? I don't want to do videos anymore. Like, I was really in the depths of it there and feeling completely uninspired. And this was the first time, building this was the first time I truly felt inspired and felt like doing something in The Sims 4, and it felt right. It felt good. I enjoyed doing it. I had fun making this. Did I tell you the story I have behind this? My idea is that there's a bunch of single young Sims in the area who need cheap housing. They're all living with their parents. This is in Brindleton Bay, obviously. They're all living with their parents or whatever. I don't know. Just a bunch of single Sims that need housing. And this big corporation or management company or whatever saw the opportunity to make a lot of money, so they came in and they built this generic building with 4 apartments in it, kind of studio apartments, but also kind of not, because they're really big. But I didn't technically separate the bedroom from the living room and kitchen, so it's kind of a halfway in between type of thing. But yeah, so each individual apartment also has their own story, and I'll tell those as we get to those apartments. It's gonna be a 3-part like miniature series because it took me so long to do the entire building. But I wanted to do this because really and truly it felt good to do this, and I hadn't been having fun doing The Sims in a few weeks. Honestly, the videos that I uploaded 3 weeks ago now or something, those were all recorded before that. So really I've been working off of 3 weeks of being uninspired. But anyways, so I did put most of the kitchen in to each of the apartments. And the first video is going to have all of this. Like, most of the kitchen stuff is put in, not all of it. Just so I have a general idea of where I want to lay things out at. I didn't bother with the bathrooms until I actually got to that part because the bathrooms are really small and simple and basic. I did do the entrance hallway and the upstairs balcony area that leads to the 2 upstairs apartments. I put in all the flooring, the walls, all your basic builder apartment building stuff for like walls and flooring and all that kind of stuff, doors, windows, all of it, basic builder stuff. But as soon as we get into the first apartment here, which should be coming up any second right now, I will tell you about the first apartment, and then in video 2 we can talk about apartment 2 and 3, and then in video 3 we can talk about apartment 4, and we can do a whole walkthrough of the entire building. But this is apartment 1, and I saw it as a single sim who likes things to be sort of minimalist and tidy and put away and uncluttered, and just lots of open space for stuff. Lots of I think I went with very like neutral but also slightly pastel kind of aesthetic as well in this apartment. Just your basic single sim that maybe isn't overly into decorating or whatever, or saving their money for more fun things in their mind. I would call this my boring Sims apartment. She or he isn't overly into anything. They're just trying to get through their life right at this particular stage. I think I went through and added blinds. No, just the downstairs. Okay, I thought maybe I went through and added them upstairs too, but I did not. And then we finally get into the actual decorating of the apartment. This is why I needed to put it into 3 different videos, because it took me a long time. And I even cut a bunch of stuff out. I cut so much stuff out. There was so much scrolling involved because I was being picky and particular. But anyways, back to what I was saying. This is definitely my more, I would call him or her my boring sim. Like I said, they're kind of a basic sim. They don't, maybe this is not their idea of a great home or house or even temporary apartment. They don't love it. They don't want to stick too much time, money, or effort into it. This is just a stepping stone for them to get to somewhere better, more unique, more styled to their aesthetic. And so it's very minimalist. That's what I'd say. Minimalist, pale, and not overdone. That's how I would say that. In my mind, I did make this for possibly a female or feminine leaning sim. But it actually could work for a masculine or male sim as well. I didn't do anything overly feminine or overly masculine. Yes, that plant and that TV are ever so slightly floating, but if you don't do what I just did, you will never notice it. Trust me. You can't even tell from most angles unless you get right down in there in tab mode. And yes, it bothers me that the vertical blinds on the sliding doors are a different color from the shades on the windows, but I didn't have a lot of choices, so I kind of just went with it. Sorry. Again, very pale and mostly neutral stuff. A little bit of green and blue there, but not a lot. Not overly colorful. This is my boring sim, for sure. This is where I would put my boring sim at. Also, we're not going to do a walkthrough in this video. Again, I'll save that for the very, very end, for the 3rd video. And I had so much trouble with this little spot on the table. I so badly wanted to get that candle sitting right on top of the books. It didn't even occur to me until I was editing the video to use the shelf method that I've used in the past, and excuse me, and use that shelf. What's it from? Is it from Dream Home Decorator? I think it was from Dream Home Decorator. And you can move that shelf up and down anywhere on the wall and stuff snaps to it. And so what I should have done was I should have taken the books over by the wall. I should have lined the shelf up to where the books were at, moved the books back over by the table, and snapped the candle to that. I can demonstrate that for you another time if you want to know what I'm talking about. If you've never seen it done before, just let me know down in the comments and I'll put a quick little video up demonstrating what I mean. But yeah, I didn't think about it until after, so I completely changed the way I wanted to lay out the coffee table, just simply because I could not get that candle to sit on top of those books like I wanted. It was so incredibly annoying, and also I'm kind of glad in a way it ended up this way, because again, this was supposed to be a simple minimalist sim. Maybe she works in the business career, or he is like, I don't know, a low level blogger or something, and they don't really care about this apartment. They're kind of a boring sim and they're just getting through life. That's where I was at when I built this apartment, to be honest with you. The other ones are as different from this as can be. There are some fun ones. There's a couple of fun ones. There's one that's kind of borders on the silly a little bit because I played into some stereotypes a little bit. You'll have to wait and see. That's in the next video though. But the bathroom, it's a bathroom. It's your basic builder bathroom, shower tub combo, toilet, sink, and not a lot of storage. You know how it goes. But yeah, we're almost done. And I love this little apartment. I hope you're not having too many problems with for rent so that you can play with this little build. But on that note, if you enjoyed this video, if you're enjoying my channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you feel compelled, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!